call-in show in just a couple of minutes. So once we get everybody in here, we will get started with the news of the week and other stuff. We're going to talk Halloween tonight as well. It's already dark outside the window. Can you believe it? 6 o'clock. I just missed a text from Scott. Hello to Alfred and Kathy and Eric and Marlessa. Oh my gosh, I'm still drunk from my Ample Hills ice cream. Marlessa, you're the best. Oh my gosh, how do you forget today's Sunday? It's the day after the big Mizzou win over Kentucky. Paige and I are 2-0 going to football games this year. We've gone to see the LSU victory, and now we've gone to see the Kentucky win. Oh my gosh, Eric's making a half-pound steak. I just had Kentucky Fried Chicken. I don't know what they're called, like littles, 2 little bitty sandwiches. They were really good. Scarfed those down as I was getting things set up for the show. Hey, Jeanette up in Vermont, but it's awesome up there this time of year. Love to see those trees and stuff up there. Yes. So what we did, well, we'll talk about it here on the show. I'm about to sneeze again. I opened the mic and I got to sneeze. No, stop. Riley wants to talk to everybody. You better stop. All right, let me close these blinds. We'll get started. Quit. You see the Luna? Now you don't see Luna. Oh, Maggie, hey, you got to go to work? Hey, we'll be here Thursday. Same show. Same thing for Dan. We'll be here Thursday. Yeah, I was watching the Broncos Chief because Drew Lock's obviously a Mizzou grad. He's from Kansas City. It's not looking good, but it was fun watching the snow. M-I-Z. All right, let's do this. Got some news. And then we're going to be talking Halloween memories tonight. So we're going to kind of have some fun here. Yes, musical turn on at Disneyland. You got to like that. Hey, Alan. We'll take the small victories nowadays, right? Roll Tide. Oh, except for Waddle. I love Waddle, and that hurt to watch that yesterday. Jalen. All righty. Getting through here. Yes, you're welcome. We beat Kentucky. Yeah, Browns game was good today, too. Browns Bengals. Okay, here we go. Is everything set? Yep. And Riley's got her head in my lap. Wonderful. Hey, it's Scotty G. I just saw the text from Elizabeth. I haven't read it yet, though, because I didn't have my phone in my hand. All right, here we go. I'll respond after the show. Here we go. Happy Sunday night, everybody. Welcome to yet another Be Our Guest Podcast live call-in show. This is Mike Rallman here, host of the Be Our Guest Podcast. We are broadcasting live from the wonderful Be Our Guest Podcast studios in St. Peters, Missouri. It is October 25th, 2020. Good evening to everybody tuned in live here on Facebook and YouTube. And good morning, good afternoon, or good evening to everybody tuning in on Thursday as you catch the show here on the feed. Hope everybody is doing well. We had a great weekend around here. Don't mean to brag too much, but I've gone to 2 of the 3 home Mizzou football games this year, and just saying, I'm undefeated at Mizzou. 2-0. That's right. We took care of Kentucky this week. So that was kind of fun. Got to go out there with Paige and got to spend some time at Faurot Field, which is one of my favorite places in the world. Got to watch some SEC football and had a good weekend. It's cold here in St. Louis, chilly, but what can you do? It's in the 40s. It's getting to be the fall. Of course, this time next Sunday night as we get together, it will be November. Can you believe it? It'll already be November. So I hope you are enjoying the fall wherever you are. I know Laurie's in the live chat saying it's very cold in Ohio as well tonight. Oh, speaking of Ohio, welcome back to the Big Ten. Somebody give the Michigan State Spartans the memo that the season has started. Just a little joke there from my buddy Scotty G. No, we're going to have a good time tonight talking Disney. And also tonight, I would like to take your calls on a couple of topics revolving around Halloween, because this Saturday night is going to be Halloween. We are celebrating here in Missouri. We're having trick-or-treating and so forth in our neighborhood. So we're going to have the kids out trick-or-treating in their costumes, of course, masks and all that stuff. We're going to have a good time. So two things we're going to talk about tonight. As you call in, we can talk Disney news. We got a lot going on there as well. But the two things I want to ask you to call in and share so we can have this on the feed for folks on Thursday. One of your favorite Halloween memories as a kid. Did you have a favorite costume? Did you have a party? I mentioned this on Mike in the Midwest. We used to have a big Halloween party every year for Paige's birthday. Her birthday is November 2nd, so we'd have a big Halloween party. We had a slide going into the basement. We had fog machines. We had chains rattling. We scared the crud out of her friends every year, and it became legendary. Also, when I was a kid, we got to go around trick-or-treating. We stayed out super late as like middle school kids. So what is your number one Halloween memory from growing up? Because I think the kids would like to hear this, and I think we'd like to hear it, just because different parts of the world, right? We're all from all over. So share your favorite memory. And also Disney related, I want to ask you this. I was thinking about this the other day. Now, we have socially distant, going on attractions right now, right? Sometimes if you're on Splash Mountain, you're getting your own log. If you're on Space Mountain, maybe you're getting your own rocket, stuff like that. So I wanted to kind of get your feedback on this. What is the one attraction at Walt Disney World that would freak you out the most if you were the only person on the vehicle, like Pirates of the Caribbean, if you were the only one in the boat, or Jungle Cruise, or Big Thunder? Say you're the only one on the whole train. What is the one attraction that would freak you out the most if it was just you on that attraction, nobody else around? Like even the regular train, that'd be kind of spooky, right? That big old train and it's just you. So share those stories as well. Once we get through the news here, let's get to the news here, and we'll talk about that, and then we will get into the calls and take your calls for the next hour. I think it's going to be a fun one. I'm excited for this. So let us get to the news. And the news, of course, is over at themouseforless.com. Ricky writes all this for us. And so our top story of the night, Disney's All-Star Movies Resort is to open in February. Yay! We're getting an All-Star back. And it's movies. And also, what's your favorite All-Star if you had to pick one? Mine's music. I don't know why. I just like music for some reason. But movies is coming back. And the gist of the story is coming back on February 9th, 2021. So we're not too far off. We'll get some All-Star music back in our lives, which means we'll double our available. Actually, no, because I was going to say we're going to double our value resort numbers, but November 1st, next Sunday, 1 week from today, we get Art of Animation back. So this time next week, we'll have Pop and Art. And then on February 9th, we'll have All-Star Movies. All right, next story for Ricky's. Dates announced for the 2021 Festival of the Arts. And it's not the Festival of the Farts we mentioned one time when we got messed up about 3 weeks ago. We did have a caller or a listener question about, when was that? We had the listener question about last week, I think it was, asking when are the dates for the Festival of the Arts. We said, we don't know, but as soon as we say we don't know, they're not announced. Disney does announce them at that time. And that's what happened. As soon as the show was out, we had the dates. So here we go. Get your artistic bones ready. Epcot's Festival of the Arts for 2021 is coming back. It's going to take place January 8th through February 22nd, which is kind of interesting because if we would have had Marathon Weekend, now they probably wouldn't have done these dates, but if we would have had Marathon Weekend, We would have had both weekends, Marathon and Princess, kind of the end, the bookends for the festival. So January 8th through February 22nd, you're going to get Festival of the Arts. It says it's going to have 15 food studios serving culinary art around World Showcase, the ability to explore and purchase Disney and other invited artists' work, catch performances by favorite Epcot musical artists like Mariachi Cobre and the Jameters, which is what they've been doing for the Food and Wine Festival right now. Take part in special photo ops, participate in paint by number mural. I love that thing. I did that twice. I've done that twice now because I don't have an artistic bone in my body, but painting by number, just like, a little square, I can do that. Pixel art. Let's see here. Shop for festival exclusive merchandise. Watch visiting artists create magic right in front of you. I'm a huge fan of the sidewalk chalk art. That is awesome. And then take part in a scavenger hunt around World Showcase where you can search for who? Figment. That's right. Ricky will be excited. That's her favorite character. So Festival of the Arts coming soon, January 8th. Now, a little bit sooner than that, we can celebrate the holidays at Epcot. Epcot's Festival of the Holidays. We have that kicking off November 27th. It goes till December 30th. Let's see here. We're going to have some holiday promenades. Check this out. This is pretty cool. You're going to have the Santa Claus Promenade. See the man himself, Santa Claus, as he takes a grand tour around World Showcase in his horse-drawn carriage from November 27th through December 24th. It does not say if Rudolph will be at the head of the sled, but I would imagine, right, kids? You got to have Rudolph up front, maybe a little Blitzen and Donner, all the reindeer there taking Santa around World Showcase. Maybe he'll stop off in Norway, get some school bread. Maybe he'll get some sake in Japan. Who knows? All right, we got Mickey and Friends World Tour around World Showcase. Mickey and his friends will be dressed in their holiday finest, of course, from November 27th through December 30th. So Santa goes away on Christmas Eve, of course, right? He's got the big night and he'll be tired. Mickey and Friends sticks around till the end of the festival on December 30th. And then we'll have the Frozen Promenade. Queen Anna and Elsa will discover the spirit of the holidays from November 27th through December 30th. Entertainment, we're going to have Joyful, a celebration of the season in World Showplace. They're going to be singing gospel, R&B, and holiday songs. Voices of Liberty, singing the best Christmas music, Dickens carolers in the American Gardens Theater. Las Posadas with Mariachi Cobre at the American Gardens Theater. Colorful dancers join the band for Las Posadas, a celebration of Mexican holiday customs. And the Jameters will be the cleanup crew, the Rockin' the Mill stage in the Canada Pavilion with playful percussion. Of course, there's going to be lots of holiday kitchens. And then my favorite thing, how about some holiday cookie strolls over at Epcot during the holidays? The Bavaria Holiday Chicken, the Bavaria Holiday Kitchen in Germany. They have the Linzer cookie, American Holiday Table in America, the Chocolate Kringle cookie, La Cham Holiday Kitchen between Morocco and France. That's a black and white cookie. The Yukon Holiday Kitchen in Canada, Peppermint Pinwheel cookie, and the festival favorites in World Showplace, the gingerbread cookie. And then you're going to have Olaf's Holiday Tradition Expedition. And so guests can search around World Showcase, hunting for holiday traditions that Olaf has gathered for Anna and Elsa and lost along the way. For $7.99, you get a little map with some stickers, and then you can redeem that for a gift at the end while supplies last. So the holiday, I'm a huge Christmas fan. This all sounds fun. I would really like to do almost all that, especially eat the cookies. All right, and one final story over at themouseforless.com. You may have seen this. Wishes Come True Blue merchandise debuts at Walt Disney World for a good cause. Disney is known for their hot trends, and this one is even better because it has a fantastic purpose behind it. Wishes Come True Blue debuted at the Walt Disney World Resort, and its goal is to celebrate the 40th anniversary of the pairing of Disney and the Make-A-Wish Foundation as they work together to grant life-changing wishes for children with critical illnesses. Beside the color being awesome, there's another great reason to purchase this color. For each item that's purchased in the Wishes Come True Blue collection, now through World Wish Day 2021, which is April 29th, 2021, Disney's going to donate 25% of the purchase price up to $500,000 to Make-A-Wish. And if you go over to the website or look here on the screen as we record live here on Facebook and YouTube, you can see they have, I'm just looking, it's a really beautiful royal blue. They have Spirit jerseys, Mickey, mini ears. Looks like they have some Crocs, Christmas ornaments, tumblers, Tervis, hats, little like wallet kind of things, PJ pants, all kinds of stuff. So this is for a good cause. And of course, remember, Make-A-Wish teams up with Give Kids the World, right? So this is 25% going to help, these families that need to get away. And it was a cool Mickey hat too. I like that. And the Crocs too. So Make-A-Wish, True Blue. So check that out over at themouseforless.com. All right, let's get back to the live show. There I am. Here I am. So let's take your calls. We have our first call on the line. This is what I love to do. Hey, who's calling first?
Hello?
Hello, who's on the line?
Yeah, I'm on the line.
Yes, who is this?
This is Jackson.
Hey, Jackson, what's going on?
I just wanted to see how you thought my balls tasted.
And he's gone. It just kills me that people wait that long to be that stupid. I'm just saying. So fun. All right. So we have our next call. It's Alfred. Alfred, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, Mike, how are you?
I'm good. Got to have one every once in a while to keep you. I knew when I answered that one, something was wrong, but I went ahead and took the chance and I got burned. All right. So what's going on?
Not much. Depressed with the early nightfall here.
Yeah. It's cold and dark here too.
Yeah. So, but everything Disney's doing is sounding great.
They're trying.
But I wanted to ask a question because usually the Festival of the Holidays, even though they say it goes to the 30th of December, would normally end on the 29th. Because the 30th, they're setting up for New Year's Eve.
Right.
But this year, because there's no New Year's Eve, what are they doing?
I don't know, because here's the thing too. Like we saw that the Magic Kingdom was closing like at 7, and now I've seen it push back to like 10. It's they're making the hours longer. I've seen hours that were announced this past week up to 10 o'clock at the Magic Kingdom. So I wouldn't put it out that it'll be up.
Was 7 o'clock.
I would guess now at this point on New Year's Eve, you may see Epcot open until midnight. I don't think you'll see fireworks, but I think it'll stay open.
Okay, that's good. So, okay, so Halloween. Let's see. My favorite memory. Now, my birthday's in a few days. So, as a kid, you get the cupcakes brought to school and you have a little class party. So being that my birthday's the 28th and Halloween's the 31st, my mom would always put candy corns on top of the cupcakes.
Now, why would your mom ruin cupcakes by putting candy corn on top? Come on now.
I love candy corn.
Oh my God, gags me. Oh,
I love them. The problem is I can eat the whole bag.
Oh,
and there's so much sugar in that.
Oh, I just ate Alfred, I just ate dinner, man. You're hurting my stomach. I can't imagine. That's like a Survivor challenge to me, and I would lose. I'd have to bow out.
Then I'd win, huh?
You would. Absolutely. I'd say enjoy the $1 million, Alfred. It's nice. It was nice playing with you. Yeah.
Please send it to me then.
That's right.
So that's my memory of Halloween. Costume wise, it was just whatever the fad was at the time. I don't even remember, what it was. And then I kind of outgrew Halloween for a while.
I still have, I'm 46. I still haven't outgrown Halloween. I love it.
Yeah. Now I'm back into Halloween.
Yeah.
Because I have all these different costumes that I love. So, so it's good, but that's my memory. Then what was the other question?
What attraction at Walt Disney World would freak you out the most if you were the only one on it?
Everyone's going to hate me for this, but Splash Mountain.
Because everything would be looking at you. It'd be kind of like Small World.
Mm-hmm. Well, not even that. Just being in boat and going on the drops alone would terrify me.
You know what mine would be? I think it's Carousel of Progress.
Really? Why?
Dude, what if all that stuff came alive? Something about like audio animatronics are awesome because people are saying, Small World. It's kind of the same thing. Like, what if that dad, like, sitting there just telling a story, decides to get up and come after me, and I'm the only one in there, dude, and I can't get the doors won't open? I mean, this is like nightmare fuel. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Because
what if you're sleeping and he wakes you up?
Yeah, for real, he taps you on the shoulder. Yeah. Or I mean, have you seen those videos where like he has those malfunctions, like and his foot starts tapping like at 8,000 times a minute, and he's like stuttering? That stuff is nightmare fuel. Oh my gosh, yeah, no thanks.
I could see that. Mm-hmm. So, I wanted to mention I think it was yesterday they released the Christmas merchandise.
Yes,
and that looks. Forget it, amazing.
They're good.
There's like 2 or 3 spirit jerseys. They look so cool. I'm like, which one am I gonna get? And I'm not a spirit jersey type, but I only have one. But I know I have to get a Christmas one when I'm there.
Yes. Yeah. The thing is, it's a weird year in 2020, but Disney's not missing on the merchandise.
No, they want their money.
Exactly. They're working. Some people have been laid off, not the people making spirit jerseys.
No. Unfortunately, just the hourly cast members have been laid off.
That's right.
Yeah. That's sad to me still, It
is.
Yeah. Get rid of an executive and you have the money.
I agree. I'm blue collar. I'm at the bottom of the food chain, man. I'm for the people at the bottom.
Yeah.
Because that's where I've always lived.
Yeah. Yep. So, I have one more question for you.
Go ahead.
Now, I have my vacation from the 27th of December to January 4th. What are the rates like after the 4th? Have they come down? Are there deals?
There are deals for early 2021 up to 35% off at certain resorts.
Oh, wow.
Especially deluxes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's a really good deal.
That is a killer deal that they announced last Wednesday. Yeah. It's all the way through April.
Oh, wow. Because I have never done Festival of the Arts.
Oh, it's so fun. And I'm not even artistic.
I know.
I like the food.
And here's the thing. I can't stay longer than the 4th.
I know.
So I'm going to have to plan it and come back.
Go. Here's what I'd say. Go in February. The weather's beautiful. Like go, because that Princess weekend I've gone that was usually the 3rd weekend. It was so nice then. And Epcot looks so good. And plus you're giving Epcot more time to kind of, maybe it'll look nicer. Not a lot, but I mean, maybe they can get some construction done. I don't know. I hope.
Yeah. I know. It seems like they're not getting much done.
Yeah, I know. Stuff's dragging.
Yeah.
Just like the rest of the world.
Guardians of the Galaxy has been delayed. That's probably not opening until 2022.
Nope, that's what I heard.
Yeah. And Tron might even be the same.
Yep.
In Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, that's
upsetting. But
they're huge projects. I'd rather them get it right, though.
Yeah. Well, I don't even think it's about being a huge project. What they said was they want to save money.
Well,
so they're waiting.
I think they have to, though, at this point.
Yeah. And then also, they don't want to open a ride and not being able to have everyone come to see it.
Yeah.
Because if there's still park reservations, people are going to get upset if they get blocked out of the park.
Yeah, they want to. Obviously, what they want to have ideally at this point is, have either the Guardians roller coaster or the Tron coaster or something. Even Ratatouille is going to open before them, obviously, over in France at Epcot. But they want to have that as like a promotional draw. Like come down, and this is something new. To really get people there. Where if they're hitting capacity, there's no incentive for them to have something like that. If they still have these, 25% guests. I mean, you don't want to entice
Right.
people to come down. They, won't fit into their theme parks. So they're in a sticky situation until we
exactly.
get that out of the way.
Exactly. And that's the whole point.
It is. We gotta get
That's
past that.
why they won't do. That's why they're going to stop construction for a while. Now, Guardians, I can understand that they have to wait because they're not making any new movies yet, so they can't do the third movie, and they need that to do the projection.
Yep, I did hear that. Which is
So,
weird because they're going to have all the physical stuff done. They just need the, like almost like software,
They just
like
need
video.
that for scrap. Yeah,
it's weird.
that's it. Yeah, the movie itself.
Yep. Yeah, it's like, you
Yeah.
think that under normal circumstances, that'd be the least of your worries. But at this point, it's the,
Right.
they can
That
build
is
the
the
track.
worry.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. And the same with Tron. They're going to have that whole, what do they call that top?
The canopy.
The canopy.
Yep.
Thank you. I lost the word.
No worries.
That's going to be done very soon.
Yep.
They said.
Yeah, it's close.
And then they're going to stop construction for at least the next 6 months, I thought I heard.
I didn't
And
hear
then
that.
they're going to start up again.
I have not heard that, but I don't know.
Yeah, then that'll take you into 22 or maybe late fall 21, they said. Because I think they still want to get that open for the 50th, or very close to it. So
they would probably like to, but I mean, right now they just want to get those hotels open and get everybody down there.
Yeah.
I think they're worried about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Why are they still not opening the hotels fast enough? Like, can't they open them and have limited capacity in each?
They could, but then it's not efficient. You know what I'm saying? It's better to have everybody at Pop
Mhm.
Century for the buses. You're not spreading.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's better for your resource management.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yep.
Economics, I guess.
It's
Too.
all economics, everything. That's
Yeah.
what I've learned. The world spins on economics. I worked in education forever and it wasn't about money. And then I've learned working in business or, the consumer side of things that everything, final boils down to money a lot of times.
Oh, yeah. And that's all.
That's it.
Yep.
All right. Well, hey, I got to run, Alfred,
okay.
because there's 4 people waiting to get in here. So I'm going to get them in. And
All
hopefully
right,
it's not somebody pranking me. All right. Take care, buddy. Talk to you soon.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. We have our next caller on the line. Hey, who's joining us? Oop. Hey, caller, who's joining us? Hello, caller. Hello. Now, let's try this. Hello, caller. Hey, who's joining us?
Hey, how are you doing today?
Good. How you doing?
Good. I was just wondering, after this election, did you plan on making love to my butt cheek?
Oh, it's a fun night, isn't it? We're gonna have to figure out a way to get around these people who take this much time to call. All right, I know this number. Hey, who's joining us?
Hey, Mike, it's Marlessa.
Oh, I'm stressed tonight. These people keep calling in.
I know. I was nervous about that earlier call. I was like, okay.
And what's funny is like they have such not a life that they waited 15 minutes to do that. Like,
oh man,
I don't know how like people don't have that much of a life that they would wait that long to. Anyway, so let's first of all, I got to thank you for the ice cream. So I only got one of the 4 little things because Pam got one, Mallory got one, and we're saving one for Paige because she loves it. Mine has been destroyed, gone. But Ample Hills was so awesome. And I got to teach a science lesson to my daughter about dry ice. So super kind of you. Thank you so much. We were so excited.
Oh, you're welcome. And that was going to be one of my questions was going to be because it works out that it is like a set of 4 that it comes in. So I figured that could work out for each of you to have one. But then I was wondering, is Mike going to keep all 4? I wouldn't blame him.
Well,
or is he going to be generous? Favorite.
The problem was Mallory discovered it on the front porch. And so she brought it in. So I couldn't hide it. Like otherwise I'd have been like, ooh, I'm putting this in the back of the freezer. But yeah.
Oh yeah. If you discovered it, you would have like probably hidden it behind like frozen broccoli or something like that.
I would have.
No, I'm so glad you got it. It came faster than I thought it would have. when I saw your Instagram post, I was like, oh, it arrived already. That's awesome. But I'm really glad you all liked it and that Mallory was excited as well. And science through food is always a fun way to teach it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Cause on the box, it tells you about the dry ice, like not to open that box because it'll burn your fingers off, and put on gloves and all this. And it's written in like the Ample Hills font, and, the pictures like they had in the store. It was really cute. But then it talked about how sublimation, and I got to explain to Mallory what sublimation is, how in the states of matter, how what's going to happen is the dry ice is going to go straight from a gas from a solid to a gas without passing through the liquid stage. And that's what I used to teach my sixth graders. So she was like, what's sublimation mean? I was like, well, it's right now it's a solid in there, like ice cubes, but it's going to melt, so fast. Sublimation is it's going to pass right through. It's never going to become a liquid. It's not going to like melt on our carpet. It's going to turn into a gas and steam, and it'll be gone. She's like, no way. I was like, way. Science is cool. So we got that little science lesson.
Nice.
Yeah.
Science with Mike.
Absolutely. On a Friday night too. That was wonderful. So, hey, give us a Halloween memory, because we got to get back on track from all these people that are pranking and worried about, wasting their time. So, yeah, kind of bumming me out.
Oh, yes. So I have a story, and I have what I think is a really good answer to the other question, the right question, but I'll do the story first. So it's not necessarily like one event, but it's kind of like a reoccurring joke my dad and I always have with Halloween. That I think you'll appreciate, and maybe some colors. So, my dad, when I was a kid, I always went like trick or treating with my dad. Like it was one of the things that was like a me and dad thing. Like my mom kind of, she would man the house and, hand out the candy and all that. And there was this one particular house on the opposite side of our development that, was always the most over the top, decorated house. And my dad kind of made up this kind of funny like myth about whoever lived there, that he kind of called him Mr. Halloween. And we kind of like made up our own lore about this guy. Like, oh yeah, Mr. Halloween, he comes out, he like has like all these like, lights, and like, you never know, like we just had this whole like, not particularly scary per se, but like, we had this whole like kind of myth about this guy. And I think there were some years actually where I was scared. It's like, oh no, what's going to happen with Mr. Halloween on Mr. Halloween? But then, I mean, years later, I ended up meeting the guy, and he's like the nicest guy ever. So, but it was just kind of funny to kind of have like that reoccurring joke, because it's definitely something I associate with just like walking around the neighborhood with my dad, and then just the anticipation of getting to like Mr. Halloween's house. And I'd like to think that maybe most kids have that kind of house where it's like, it's probably the nicest person ever inside, but it's just they do such a great job decorating that you never know what's inside, or they come out with a chainsaw.
Well, yeah, I guess but the thing is, like, I think every neighborhood had that house, right? Like, there was nothing really wrong with it, but like as kids, we had a house. Well, actually, it was my next door neighbors. It my house growing up before I moved to sixth grade. It was my original growing up house. Like, the neighbors made up this, like, this guy, he was a hermit, and, they had this big, evergreen tree in the front yard and the backyard. If the ball went over the fence, like they were going to kill you if you went over into their yard to get the ball back. I mean, we had all that, like, and the people were nice, but I don't know. I think every neighborhood, the kids got to come up with, oh my God, you're going to be killed. It's like, I guess we watched too much Scooby-Doo, because, Scooby-Doo always had something like that going on. Like, Shaggy, I'm not going there, whatever. So yeah, that's a bad Shaggy. Yeah.
Classic.
So what ride would you not want to be on by yourself? Because I'm glad this 980 area code, I'm going to answer you after Marlessa, because I know you've been trying to get in, and they've been confirmed in the live chat. Now people are telling me who's who. So I'm safe, because I was worried about that one too, because I haven't seen that number yet. So what ride would freak you out the most? Mine's Carousel. Alfred doesn't want to go on Splash. Okay. What do you not want to go on?
Well, I would love being on Splash by myself, that. But I think you had a great answer as well. Like, I totally, I said this in the chat, but as a writer, I'm like imagining a great horror story to get out of that.
Oh, for real?
But I'm thinking of this from like a practical perspective. So from a practical perspective, I'm kind of thinking Smuggler's Run would be awful to be on by myself, because I mean, it's stressful enough. I mean, it was really fun actually for me when I was, because I was a pilot one time that got to go to make the jump cyberspace, but even just being the engineer was stressful. Like, can you imagine just like being there yourself and you're doing all 6 jobs?
You'd almost have to be
like,
you'd have to be like
a little nauseous or something.
Oh yeah, you'd totally be nauseous. You'd have to almost be like an octopus that's had 2 tentacles chopped off. You'd have to have like 6 arms. Like
Absolutely. It'd be like a workout. You're just like running between the 6 seats.
yeah, it's like
But-
that could be Ursula's favorite ride. You know what I'm saying? Like, and she could actually scratch her face with one extra one and like put the other one behind her head like she's chilling, driving the Millennium Falcon and be in charge of all 6 jobs.
Absolutely. So yes, that's my practical answer. I think like some of them I don't know, like I kind of think it would be really maybe funny to be alone on Jungle Cruise, like just go back and forth with some jokes with the skipper, or like I feel like Splash Mountain would be cool for me. But I mean, I think getting stuck on Small World by myself would be terrifying.
Especially if you've read Kingdom Keepers. Like, I think that would just, get you. Because Kingdom Keepers is all about that.
Sure.
What about Spaceship Earth too? Like, that'd be kind of, if you knew you were the only one, like on the whole thing, that'd be another one that kind of scare me. Because I don't know what it is about audio animatronics. They kind of freak me out now that I think about it. Not really usually, but
it's like Toy Story. Like what happens when the adults aren't around? Like,
true.
Do they come to life?
Yeah, I mean those Greek, like those Greek people in the Greek scene, they seem nice. I mean, it's a teacher, some people sitting around learning, but I mean, who knows? Like, if you're the only one, they might not be nice. I don't know.
There's like a secret rivalry going on with each scene. Every animatronic has their own like society.
What if they're mad at like the what are they, the guys that are writing down the books, writing all that the original backup system? And what if they're like the Crips and the Bloods, or like the the Jets and the Sharks? I don't know. Like, they're just across the track from each other. What if I'm on the wrong side of the tracks?
We might have just given Disney the next idea for a ride based. I
don't want those things coming at me. I'm just a neutral party, just cruising through. Come on now. I'm just going through, taking some pictures, man. Leave me out of the gang war. I'm just saying.
Absolutely. But that would be interesting.
It would be. I don't know if I want to be in that though. All right. Hey, Marlessa, thanks again. And we'll talk to you November 1st. Oh my gosh, it'll be November next week.
Oh, it's so weird. Okay. But yes, I'll talk to you next week.
All right.
Thanks,
Happy Halloween. See you later. Bye-bye.
Happy Halloween. Bye-bye.
Whoops. Sorry about that. All right. Next caller, not on CarPlay. Hi. And I think this is Eric. Hey, how's it going? No, it's not Eric. It is Aaron.
Yeah, this is Aaron and Jay.
Hey.
We're actually driving back from Disney right now.
Oh my gosh. And sorry that I didn't get to it. I've been nervous about it. After the first 2 prank calls we've had tonight, I've been nervous getting anybody I haven't seen before. So that made me feel better that you put it in the chat. So safe driving. So you guys are on your way home.
Yeah, we're our own Tragical Express right now.
Oh my gosh. How far you guys got to go?
Well, we have about an hour left, but we're on hour 7 right now.
Oof, man. I've made that drive home many times. It's brutal. Our drive home was 14 hours every time. It was just, it stunk.
Yeah, Charlotte to Florida is not that bad. This was kind of actually an impromptu trip for our anniversary, because we were like trying to figure out something to do. It kind of snuck up on us, and we're like, let's just see if there's availability down at Disney World.
Nice. I like the way you think. So give us some feedback. What'd you guys do when you guys were down there?
This is Erin. We went to Magic Kingdom for the full day on Saturday, and we were at Animal Kingdom this morning for half the day.
So how were things? Was the weather good? How were the crowds?
So I thought it was fine on Saturday. Like, it was busy, but you could still kind of spread out. And even though some things were an hour wait, we got to do so many rides and things. We pretty much got in everything we wanted to do.
Yeah, I think all the wait times were definitely overstated.
Yeah, I keep hearing that.
By at least it was probably like 3/4 of all the posted wait times at most.
Yeah.
Do you think they're doing that though, just so like when you get on, you're like, wow, man, that was awesome, because it said 60 minutes and it only took 35. But also, I guess it turns some people away. Like, I'm not waiting 60 minutes. I don't know. Maybe it's psychology.
The line booked so long because of all the social distancing, and I think a big part of it is also because they have to stop and clean so many times.
Yes. Yeah.
That's probably why they're overestimating, I would imagine, in case there are any issues with like a cleaning or anything like that.
That's true. That's true, because that's something new, because I know when I went down with Mallory, it was always like, it's like, oh, we hit a cleaning cycle. Because then, it was like 15 minutes of nothing. You were just like locked in. You weren't moving. The line stopped. Yeah, it was something. There's so many terms that a year ago we would have never had, right? For Disney, it was like, oh, cleaning cycle. We said that like 4 or 5 times. So yeah, you're right. Dude, I'm glad it didn't take you that long.
One point that I will make is that we're pretty, like, I know everyone feels differently about like current situations with COVID and stuff, but like we're from an area that was hit pretty hard, and so like we've got like social distancing like ingrained in us and stuff. And I think like Magic Kingdom was great because like all the markers were really well spaced out. I think people kind of like maybe didn't always pay attention, but you could kind of like turn back and like make eye contact or wave at them and kind of say like, you know, body language like, hey, we're trying to social distance, and they were pretty nice. We had a really hard time on the trails in Animal Kingdom though. Like a lot of people would just come up like right next to you to look at animals, or like not really like focus on like keeping distance. So like even if you're trying really hard, I would be a little bit hesitant on some of the like the Gorilla Falls trails and that kind of thing.
I wonder if that's because that's more of like a kind of like a free form experience, right? You don't have a queue.
Yeah.
You don't have, cast members telling you, okay, now it's your turn to do this and that. Yeah. And plus I guess people like if a gorilla does something cool, or, you know, a tiger, everybody gets excited, maybe forgets about everything else. They kind of lose their mind.
Yeah,
I don't know.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. You had a question though.
Yeah, I do have a question.
Sure.
So we're being a little crazy. We're going back down in about 2 weeks.
You sound like my buddy Scott. He goes down every time the wind blows, and I love the guy for it. He's down there right now. He's at Old Key West.
Well, the 2-week trip was planned like 2 years ago. This weekend was last minute.
We'll take it. All right. So what's the question?
So we're not taking our car the next time. We won't have a vehicle down there. I know Hollywood Studios is opening up about an hour early. Is Disney Transportation kind of following that, or are they only running about an hour earlier than the posted park hours?
So again, this is what, if you followed on social media, for those that are tuning in either on the feed on Thursday or whenever you're listening here live, you will notice if you look with a 10 o'clock opening time that people are on Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, usually at about 9:15 or 9:30. And a lot of folks have actually gone on that attraction, this headliner attraction, all the way through before they even try to get a boarding group for Smuggler's Run, or sorry, Rise of the Resistance at 10 o'clock. So it is unofficially opening a lot before official times. Now, what we're told is the parking lot is supposed to open 30 minutes before, but it's opening before that, obviously, or else these people wouldn't be there. Disney Transportation is supposed to run an hour before that, but I'm guessing, and again, this could change at any time because all this is kind of unofficial. It's supposed to be 60 minutes, but I would guess the buses are running at 90. Now, the Skyliner's not, I don't think. Because when I was down, the Skyliner started at like 30 minutes before park opening, and you have to, I was at Pop, so I had to go to Caribbean Beach and then go over, and I still made it by 1 minute. But yeah, I would say buses like 90. Where are you guys going to stay? You guys at Pop, or where are you?
We're
Copper Creek.
Oh, Copper Creek. Okay, so Wilderness Lodge.
yeah.
I was wondering if it would make sense to take the boat to Magic, since Magic opens earlier, and then like take a bus to one of the resorts that is walking distance from Hollywood Studios.
Yeah, you know, that's a thought, but here's my thing about that is like when you get that many like connections, what if you get one of those connections? It's like a 40-minute wait for a bus. That makes me nervous.
Exactly.
Like say you you go to the Magic Kingdom and you get on a bus to say, I'm trying to think like Coronado, because that'll be open. Coronado's close to Hollywood Studios. But I mean, like, what if that Coronado bus, because it's early in the morning, there's not a lot of people going back to Coronado at that point, right? And just because somebody drops the Coronado people to the Magic Kingdom doesn't mean that bus is going back to Coronado. It could go anywhere. So I hate to say this, without a car, I would Uber, just because you have more control over it. You're directly there. They can drop you right at that drop zone, and you're ahead of everybody. I know nobody wants to do that particularly, but I mean, that's your best way to go. I would take an Uber or just go directly over on your first bus out from Wilderness Lodge.
Yeah, I mean, we're city folks. We're big Uber people. I think our main concern is just like the COVID situation with Uber.
I hear you. I mean, but the thing I look at it as I'll be honest, I haven't ridden an Uber since COVID started, but I figure with a mask on, and if I think the drivers all have to have masks on, like I've flown in airplanes, and if you're riding Disney transportation, you're on a bus with a bunch of people, I just think that, I mean, it's joking, but I could almost hold my breath from, Copper Creek to Hollywood Studios if the dude goes fast, like, let's go, man. I'm just holding my breath. Drive fast and drop me off, man. Or I'll be like my dog. I'll have my head out the window or something. I don't know, but it's a calculated risk. I mean, again, you're riding in a car with a stranger, but it is what it is, at this point. It's just, traveling has risks associated with it. But I think our goal right now is just to minimize, and be very precautious with everything that we can control.
Right. And I think if they roll the windows down, that's pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, it is Florida. It's not, I don't really want to stick my head out here in St. Louis today. It's like the wind chill is like 32, but right. I probably would though, to Rise of the Resistance. I just, get a little wind burn and I'd be fine. That's just how it is. No, where'd you guys stay this past weekend?
Wilderness Lodge.
Oh God, did you guys eat at Geyser Point?
We got some drinks there when we first arrived.
Nice.
Which were delicious.
God, I love that place. Love that. So what was the highlight of the trip, like, as far as maybe like something you weren't expecting, something you didn't think you would do?
Well,
well, besides that, I'm just, you're making me jealous.
we joined DVC probably 2 years ago, and we haven't used it at all.
Yeah.
This is our first time actually using it, which is why this coming up trip was so far planned in advance. But this time we were like, oh, we should go away for the weekend. Let's try and find a hotel somewhere. And then we were crunching the numbers, and we were like, you know what? We have these points, it would be cheaper than going to a hotel and flying there or driving there. We could just drive down to Disney and use our annual pass.
Oh my
And
gosh.
use the points, and it's actually going to be cheaper. You can say they saved money going on a Disney trip, right?
Well, yeah, heck yeah. I mean, you guys, it's like going to dinner. You got DVC points, you got annual passes. Shoot. I mean, I'd justify that, 10 times out of 10. I'm like, got to get out. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. So
they also have a really good merchandise deal right now. So we tried to not splurge.
I know
crazy.
it's crazy, right? Because is it still 30% off?
Yes.
Yeah, dude, that I know. It's like, especially I was flying, and I had Mallory with me, and I didn't want to spend any extra money, and it was so hard because I'm like, oh my gosh, I can get this so cheap right now. But in August, I was being super careful about the money because I didn't know how things were going to go, and I still don't. But it was like, oh my gosh, when am I ever going to? And I got a jacket, and I was like, I wanted that jacket for a year, and I got it for $40. I was so excited. So did you guys? You had to bring something home. So what'd you bring home with the discount?
I got a Spirit jersey.
Nice. Did you guys see those? I was talking at the top of the show in the news about those Wishes Come True, True Blue merchandise. Did you guys see that?
Some of that stuff out.
Does it? Do you guys
they had
like
a
the
lot
color?
of it.
Yeah, you guys, the color. Did you guys think it was pretty nice?
I did. I thought it was beautiful.
Yeah, but you went with Mandalorian.
Yeah, I got a Mandalorian jersey in the end.
Yep, 5 days. 5 days. The child will be back dominating our feeds.
I'm so ready.
Oh, I can't wait. It's good. I can't wait. That's so much fun. Wait, I appreciate you guys calling in tonight, and I'm so glad that we got to hear, boots on the ground, what's happening in their favorite place, and you guys be careful that last hour on your way home.
Thank you.
All right, thanks for calling, and I'm sorry it took so long to get you. I was just gun shy after those those earlier calls,
no worries.
I'm glad you put that in the chat. That helped me out very much.
Yeah,
it's fine. We weren't doing anything else.
Yes. Okay. So don't say anything crazy right now and blow the whole thing. No, just kidding. I appreciate it, you guys. You guys stay safe, and thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye. All right, 407-413-9395. 407-413-9395. So great to hear from them on the road, on the way home from Walt Disney World. Yeah, the 30% off discount is it's a challenge, let's say, because I think as an annual pass holder, you are very tempted to want to buy everything, right? Because we pay full price for things under normal circumstances. And there's a lot that you can purchase, especially as we get into the holidays, because I think that, especially for me, one of the things I like to bring home is a Christmas ornament. And one of the things they have in that Wishes Come True Blue series is a Christmas ornament for, to raise money for Make-A-Wish. So that might be something cool because you could put that on your tree, but it's tough not to splurge too hard with that discount. And that's what Disney wants you to do because they want to get rid of the merchandise. But yeah, it's tough. All right. And also Alfred mentioned when he was down there, and he does buy everything he mentioned. He said the Skyliner opened at 8:30 a.m. when he was down there just late September-ish, I believe, about a month ago. So 8:30, much better than when it was in August. All right, 407-413-9395. 413-9395. And Marlesa's asking in the live chat if I saw the Buzz Lightyear Spirit jersey. And I did, but I will tell you that I don't think I could pull off the Spirit jersey, right? I don't know. I don't think it would look right on me. So I don't have any Spirit jerseys. Now, excuse me. That doesn't mean that there are not Spirit jerseys in this house. There are lots of Spirit jerseys in this house. My two daughters have Spirit jerseys out the wazoo, as does my wife. So if you go upstairs into the closet, you will find, because remember all those colors it seemed like about maybe a year ago, Disney put out, they always had like a color of the quarter or of the month. I don't know. You had the rose gold and the briar gold. And I don't know. There was a purple, like passion purple. I can't remember that, but remember when that was our biggest worry, right? What was the next color going to be from Disney? Was it, rose gold or briar patch gold or whatever? We had all those colors. We're like, oh my gosh, that's our biggest worry in the world. And then 2020 said, hold my beer. So yeah, we do have a lot of Spirit jerseys here. I just can't pull them off. I tend to just wear, well, at least in the fall, my Mizzou stuff. I've had that on for, since football season started, I guess. Also, shout out to Wade, who is at Walt Disney World right now. He just got off the Haunted Mansion. What a great... How did nobody bring up the Haunted Mansion for the ride to be on by yourself? You're the only one in the mansion. Would that not freak you out? Because, right, they have 999 happy haunts, but there's room for 1,000. And what if they don't ask for volunteers? What if all of a sudden you've been conscripted to be the 1,000th ghost? I mean, what if? It was all a ploy just to get you in there all by yourself. Nobody's around. They could knock you off. You're never gonna, who's to see it, right? All of a sudden, where'd Mike go? I don't know. Probably down Pecos Bills having fajitas, right? And then all of a sudden I'm the 1,000th ghost in the Haunted Mansion. Not good. I hope Wade survived the journey. I think we need to have a series on Disney Plus about this. Could you imagine? My daughter Mallory wouldn't be able to sleep for a week because she gets scared at the simplest things. And so if these things all came alive, that'd be it. She would not sleep for a week and it would be all over. All right. 407-413-9395. So how do you handle transportation too when you're down at Walt Disney World? Do you sometimes use Uber or Lyft? Or, because right now, obviously, we don't have minivans. And I don't know if minivans will come back, right? They might. I mean, they have all the vehicles and they had cast members that were trained. I wonder, though, how popular the service was. I used it 3 times, but I used it 3 times and it was free all 3 times that we used it because we were there when it was still in beta. And so we got to do it twice that weekend when it launched, a soft launch. And then one time my family was in line for Magical Express and the cast member came up, we were all excited. I couldn't find my Magic Band. We're getting ready to check in to get on the Magical Express bus. They came up to me and said, hey, you ready to go to Walt Disney World? I'm like, bring it on. I'm down here for a week. I can't wait. My favorite place. He's like, hey, you want to do something cool? This is a cast member down at Magical Express, right? I was like, oh, yeah, I'm up. Like, what are we doing that's cool, though? I'm still at the airport, not even at Walt Disney World. He said, have you ever heard of a minivan? I said, yeah, I've heard of a minivan. Those things are awesome. He's like, you're riding in a minivan to Walt Disney World. So, yes, we got to load up. right there. They had it parked right outside where you stand in line for Magical Express. If you look off to your right, there's like a, 3 stands where you can check in. There's like a little door to the right. They had it pulled in right there. They grabbed our luggage. Actually, no, we didn't even have our luggage because back then, remember, Magical Express delivered it for you. We threw our, bags, carry-ons from the plane in the back of the minivan. Went in there. He turned on whatever music we wanted. I think we played some Epcot background loops. We talked to the guy all the way over. We had Ghirardelli's chocolates as we were driving. I mean, it was awesome, and it was free. The guy got a good tip, though. He got a good tip. All right. Well, we are going to bring this show to a close, but we will be back again next Sunday night from, let's see, we always do this at 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central. It will be November 1st. November 1st. That's right. So we'll have Halloween next Saturday. So if you're going out, wherever you are in the country or in the world, if you're out driving that day, be safe. Watch out for little ghosts and goblins. We don't want anybody to get hit. We want everybody to have a good time. Stay socially distant. Wear a mask, right? And we'll get together next Sunday night. Don't forget, please put December 5th on the calendar. We're going to get together and have a live show for 6 straight hours live from Give Kids the World. That's December 5th. We're going to be on the air from 2 to 8 Eastern time, 2 to 8 Eastern time in the afternoon into the evening. We'll be bringing you the Night of a Million Lights from Give Kids the World. So we're going to tour the place. We're going to be on the air, walking around the village, showing you everything. You can ask questions. We'll try to point out things. We'll have special guests on the show with us. We'll take your calls as well. We're going to have a great time. So December 5th from 2 to 8 Eastern. So put that on the calendar as well. Don't forget 3 ways to support the show. You can book your next trip with the Magic for Less travel. Again, great specials out there right now. I mean, killer specials for early 2021. From January to April, you can get up to 35% off, 40% off for annual pass holders. You really can't. I mean, if you've ever wanted to stay in a deluxe, I mean, I've put people in theme park view rooms at the Contemporary for prices that I couldn't believe this past week. So just drop by the magicforless.com, fill out the quote form, and I'll take good care of you. Just make sure you mention the show. It comes straight to me, and we'll be working together. And I promise to work hard to earn your business. Also, you can use our Amazon affiliate link, beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. And a huge shout out to our patrons. You guys are keeping the lights on and making all this possible during this downturn in travel. I love doing this show. This is something that I absolutely love. Been doing it for 12 years, almost 13 years. And I couldn't do it without you at this point. So thank you to our patrons. If you would like to become a patron, get some extra content like Mike in the Midwest, go over to patreon.com/BeOurGuestPodcast. All right, give us a follow on social media, Instagram and Twitter at BeOurGuestMike and at BeOurGuestPod. Of course, give us hit the subscribe button on Facebook and YouTube. Ring the bell so that every time we go live, you'll know. It'll tell you right there on your phone. And you can join us. And what can we do about these other people who are calling and pranking us, right? Do we call them back? Because I do have their phone numbers now. Do I call them? No, I'm not going to do that. I could, but I'm not because I'm nice. All right, we're going to be back together again. And we got a Monday show coming your way for everybody that's listening live. If you're listening on Thursday, Friday show's coming out here soon as well. So everybody stay safe, stay healthy, and boo to you.